Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Well, the first time I did this, I forgot to share the screen, so it looked kind of funny. Anyhow, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Thursday, September 16th, 2021. It is 6:17 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. As always, BitcoinToLeave.com got more for you there. Looking at the crypto squares this morning, they've been flickering back and forth, looking at the past hour. Green, red, green, red, green, red. Market in general looking good, taking a bit of a cool down or a cool off if you're looking at what Bitcoin is doing. So looking at liquidations for yesterday, I don't see on the daily chart, I don't see them for today yet here over at Bybit, but basically looking at the big exchanges, we got about 90 million in wrecked shorts, not about 80 million in wrecked longs. So shorters lost yesterday. And volume last 24 hours, 25 billion. We want at least 30 or 50 billion, so that's spot trading volume, pretty low. Futures, derivatives, basically 60 billion, not so great. You want to have at least 70. So anyway, volume is very low for spot, and futures or derivatives on Binance is looking there. I'm going to refresh this here. Looking at trading volume last 24 hours for Bitcoin explicitly, only 3.5 billion. Very, very low. So whatever price action is happening, we've really been seeing low volume for spot trading and futures on Binance, and also overall Bitcoin trading volume been really, really low. So whatever price action is happening is a little strange because it's got to be OTC. It must be whales playing, well, whales doing what they do, because we're not seeing retail excitement in the market. 54% long, 45% short for Bitcoin on Binance. So just the slightest bit of a long sentiment for Ethereum on Binance. 67% long, 32% short. So in general, definitely have a long sentiment for Ethereum. Looking at the daily chart, it is glorious. We're above the 2 moving average, the white one there. Yesterday we had or the day before we had a positive thing happen, a golden cross, 50 moving average here. Cross over the 200 moving average on the daily, looking great. Well above the 314, and the tangent on the MACD is powerfully turned positive. So in general, daily chart is looking like it's moon time for Bitcoin. It's looking very powerful. I like it. 4-hour chart, Bitcoin's really struggling hard to stay above that 200 moving average. Certainly needs to. Indicators are strong enough, but look like we're going to go sideways for a bit or have a slight bit of a cool down before we continue back up. So far, it looks like maybe we're going to chill and then keep on going up. Looking at the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, in general, indicators are strong, but do show the possibility of a little bit of a, we're going to see what happens. Indicators look good enough. We definitely have had some positive price action. Directional index is now in the red. ADX is low. Anyway, let's see what happens. It would not surprise me looking at the 45-minute chart here for immediate price action if we went down to the 236 fib as I've drawn it here, which is around 47,319. So not financial advice and entertainment purposes only, but for those people who really, really want to buy that dip, a limit order at 47,400 might be a good play. It might be where it bounces. It would match the 314 moving average. It would also match the, the 236 fib will be at 47,319. So a limit order at 47,400 could be also, if we retrace all the way to the 314 moving average, that kind of matches the 382 fib. That's 46,560. And the 200 moving average, which is the last place I want to bounce, is right there at the .5 fib line at 45,946. So, for those aggressive dip buyers, those are locations where you could try to pick some up with a limit order. But I don't know what it's going to do. Nice. It's got a beautiful daily chart, very powerful. 4-hour, we really want to get some space between the 200 moving average and the price action. Indicators in general look good. 45-minute chart, a little bit indecisive, overall good. Good indicators. If we do get a bounce, if we do retrace a bit now, if it cools off, there's some very predictable locations where we would do so. And I don't see, with this beautiful uptrend that we've had this visit, which is gradual, which is nice. I mean, it really is a nice looking channel if we look at it that way. Boom, if you want to make a channel out of that, it's just looking glorious. This is not really something that sets up for a bar pattern. So I think we're good. We'll see what happens. Maybe a little bit of retrace as we continue up, but very, very slight. Ethereum versus USDT on the 45-minute chart. Indicators look great. It's pretty much doing what Bitcoin's doing. Its chart might be a little bit more sparky for continuation before a retrace, or just continuation. Looks more continuation-y to me than retracing. So looking at Litecoin, We had a pump and dump recently, as we all know, but look where it was not too long ago. And if we were to return those all-time highs, so basically, like I was pumping, took a nice dump here on the 4-hour chart, and we had that pump and dump. You can see the candle right there. But in general, even before that, it was getting ready for a breakout. It's getting ready to get back above that 200 moving average. And as you can see, what happens when you bounce off that 200 moving average here, and when you drop below it here, you can see what happens when you get above it here. And so, of course, we had a dump recently. Let's see what happens. I think that if Litecoin could get above this 200 moving average and make a push, well, it could 1x basically, go up 100%. Let's see what happens. I mean, possible. And also, if you look, this is huge, I know, but it's kind of a BART pattern. I mean, BART's patterns seem to be in style recently, and let's see what happens. So I got a slight position in Litecoin where it's at. Nothing too fancy, nice risk management, but like I say on the 4-hour chart, if we can just get back to previous highs or anywhere near it, it's a really, really nice play. And it's one of the big three. Well, kind of, it's a bit forgotten these days. Litecoin is not what it used to be, but then again, it has like the nimble wimble being built in with the privacy transactions. Who knows? We might see it be a player once again in the world, but regardless, I think it might be a good play. And there's something weird about that pump and dump we had recently. Could that have been like kind of a test? You know what I mean? This is just pure conjecture, but you can think about it. You give people something that they can make money on. You give people something that is happening. They can have some confidence in the chart making, in the chart happening, especially when you can buy it on like an exchange like Coinbase. Can you get it in PayPal? Can you get it in some of the other like Robinhood and such? Like the easy ones people can buy. Boom. I mean, look at that price action we had almost instantly on fake news. Well, imagine real news. So anyway, Litecoin versus USDT. It's a play that I'm looking at. This is from Masaki over at Pyramid Power on Patreon, also Acadia.com. He's been on the Radiant Creator Show before. I've interviewed him. Great guy. This is a coin that he mentioned to me. Saitama. It's doing really well. I will mention these super low sat Uniswap coins, or I like to call them like Unishit coins. Basically available on Uniswap, and I think an exchange or two, a bit of an obscure one. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Neat little project. It's just another one of the many, dog coins, but all the same, if you can make money, you can make money. Who cares what you make it in, shitcoin or whatever? You make the money, you 10x to 10x. You can buy it and sell it. What difference does it make, So anyway, I'm just mentioning it, not financial advice, and entertainment purposes only. I would take it out. People are buying it on Uniswap these days, looking at the Saitama USDT, and there are some exchanges where you can buy Saitama versus USDT. And if you look at this the hourly chart, it's about the 200 moving average. It's not looking too bad. We traced a bit this morning and starting to turn back up. Traded, not financial advice, but just mentioning it. These are the kind of coins you can dump $1,000 into and, get a life-changing trade out of, or lose $1,000. Anyway, with that said, which can be life-changing for some people, that's for sure. I certainly don't want to lose $1,000. Tino von Struckmann hopped the damn fence. Him and I talked for like 2.5 hours the other day. This is a new interview over at Radiant Creators. Check it out. It's about just inspiration in life. And, we kind of get into like a PSA about mental health during this current time. And it's just badass. I mean, if you're into inspiration and you find that it helps you get through the day and you like cool stories, this is way deeper than just military history. We talk about a lot of stuff. And I just truly endorse it. We interview people at Radiant Creators we interview inspiring people to inspire others. This is inspiration. Check it out. Really fun. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist like the one that just continued his reign of terror in California cries. Take care.